chat. Welcome back. Who's there? Do we have anyone in the house? I am vertical again, I'm afraid. I have worked out now what the problem is, but I can't change it because it was already scheduled. Ellen just had a look online, and you can't change it once you've scheduled the live. So I am going to be vertical again. No horizontal live until next week. And you can't change it once you've scheduled. Just going to switch the volume off on my laptop. I am going to be vertical again. This week, I am at the cutting edge of technology again. I've got a homicidal dog running around my feet and a suicidal cat jumping around the table. So there you go. Anyway, can people hear me, or am I just talking to myself? Speak now or forever hold your peace. 2 people, 2 likes. What more could I want? Well, I've got 100% on the likes. That makes me happy. Tell you what, it's a bit sad, but I'm going to like myself as well, and then I might be 3 likes. No, it doesn't work if you like yourself. That's no good. There you go. Who's there? Mike Thompson, hello. Hello, Mike. How the devil are you? What is the word on the street, mate? Case, what are you doing? He broke one of the fans this week, which is very annoying. And now he spends his time chewing the broken blades. Strange dog, incredibly destructive. But there you go. So we're waiting for an answer from Mike. Who else is in the house? 6 people now. 6 people, 3 likes. So 6 of those people haven't committed to whether they like it or not yet. The excitement will be palpable. Who's there? Introduce yourselves. Or don't, as the case may be. Whatever floats your boat. Mike Thompson, all good my end. Hope things are going well with you. Well, they are, mate. I could complain, but who would listen? But yeah, things are doing all right, thank you. Looks like it's just me and you, Mike, talking, and we've lost 1. No, we're down to 7. We're going up, we're going down. Have you had an eventful week, Mike? Oh, I'm getting hearts from someone. I really am. I don't know what these things are doing. You know, it's like you get these like hearts going up and other things, and that. Does that mean someone's? Yeah. Does that mean someone loves me? And we've got up to 21. Watch how quick this will drop. There you go, down to 17. I can't keep people. Mike, please don't ask me questions like that. It's embarrassing. You know, I'm going to say no, it's not. Then you're going to ask me, have I sorted out the military thing? No, I haven't. I'm a lazy, useless man. But I did buy a laptop. I mean, I did one of the things this week that I'd set out to do. The rest have escaped me. What's going on with all these? I don't understand these. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I've got 6 thumbs up. That's close to a record. Mike Thornton 555. Yeah, that's a very Thai way of laughing. I don't understand why. Well, I've got 7 now. Please, someone explain to me. When you press the like, is it like potluck, whether you get hearts or smiles or whatever, or is it like leave my kitten alone, you little bugger? Look at this. They're like they have these savage fights. They get quite yeah, they can get quite see, he just hurt she just hurt him, she bit him. There you go. Yeah, they worry you. I keep thinking they're like, you know, you break them up, but then they're back at it again a couple of minutes later. They love it. You never know whether he's been too strong for her. Who have you got there? Good morning, Rob Sampson. Good morning, Rob. How the devil are you? Jack Star 3226. Hello, Jack. Does that mean you have your generator? No, it does not mean we have our generator. But will you calm down? But we could be getting it sooner than you think, or we might be getting it in the next couple of weeks. We are going up there to they're having a family fiesta, and I'm either going to hire a car and go up there, or we're going to go out on the bike. But either way, her mother has just bought a truck which her sister can use, So it looks like we might be getting this generator. We might actually be getting it eventually. I'm noticing how fat I look in here. By the way, Jack, I answered your question last week. I don't know if you saw last week's live. I said I would answer it. I spent the first couple of minutes answering your question. Would I prioritise moving to an expat area next, or would I not? I answered the question. Jack Star, higher powerhouse tricks. Tricks are good, mate. Tricks are good. Mike Thompson starting her AWE next month. What does that mean? AWE next month. Global Greg, you got in from the dog walk quickly. Remind me to show you how to change your phone settings so you can go back to filming in landscape if you want. Yeah, I think I can do it, Greg. I think the problem is I know how to do it. That's what I was saying to Ellen. If I started a new stream, I could do it easy. I could just change the rotation. But I can't seem to do it when I've already scheduled the stream. And what I usually do is I schedule the stream on my laptop, and it just asks you whether you want to use streaming software or webcam or phone, and that's it. So I know where I've gone wrong now. I'll just set it through the phone next week. If I start a new live now, I could be horizontal. But she just Googled it, and for some reason, once you have already scheduled the live, which I did a few days ago, you can't change it, is what Google says. What are you doing, dog? Right, Jackstar, can we have a grand reveal and smash it with a bottle of something sparkly? What are you talking about? The generator? Yeah, of course you can, mate. If we ever get it down here. I think we're going to need it. The way things are going with the old Gaza Strip. I'm talking about Gaza Strip. A moose straight for moose. Yeah, we'll do that. Put a little bow around it. Or I've got a friend who works on diesel generators. Or it's a petrol one. Ellen somehow has managed to lose the electric starter, so that's going to be a problem. But I imagine we could order another one. There's a way around that. Jackstar, yeah, pal. Thanks for the answer, buddy. Good. Glad you got it, mate. Mike Thompson, Google it, mate. Google AWE. I'll do it in a minute when I get a second. I've got to catch up with it. I struggle to multitask. I'm trying to read the comments, and now I've gone off about to Google it. I'm lost now. I don't know where I was. Jackstar, hit the share. Hit. Thank you, Jack. You're a wonderful man. It's at a time. All right, as Michael Barrymore once said. I'm all right. You all right? Hey, Jackstar. Thank you very much, brother. Totally unnecessary, but always appreciated. Thank you. How are your flight plans going? That super chat has stunned me. I lost me for words there for a second. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. What's going on in your... Do you people think I should build a house? I'm not going to build one yet. I'm still working on not until I'm at least 60. But I can't believe I'm actually thinking about it. Can't believe I'm actually thinking. The first time since I left the UK, I'm actually considering doing it. Is it folly or I don't know? But I can see us moving up to the mountains, buying some land and moving up to the mountains. So Jack is in the house. It's Santa Time is in the house. Mike is in the house. Rob in the house. I'm sure you'll be leaving us soon, won't you, Robin? You got an early start. What time is it where you are? Must be late, very early. Will you stop it, Case? God, that dog drive you nuts, and does drive you nuts. Stop it. Hold on. I'm struggling. I have a question. You know these bell ends that are turning up, do they stick around or fly in visit? I think they seem to be sticking around. Yeah, I think how long they'll stay for, I do not know. But there seems to be, yeah, I think they're here. I don't really know them. I mean, I say the first, I mean, each time it's been the first time I've met them when we've had our run-ins. It's the first time we have come across each other, and but I've seen them since, or two of them. So they're still here. They're either here for an extended stay, or they're trying it out, or they've moved. But there's a lot of new faces recently. It's strange. That dog's driving me nuts. Leave your sister alone. Mike Thompson, I thought the property rights were similar to Thailand. Well, they are, Mike. That's why I've always said I'll leave it till I'm 60, because you can lease the land. They're 30-year lease or more. I think you can get 50 now. But either way, I won't be around at the end of the lease. So I've always said if I do build, I would not build until it was gone past, until I was at least 60 years of age, because if I did it now, there is a slight chance I might still be alive when the lease run out. So that's why I wouldn't do it until I was 60. It's under time. About that, you're getting famous, pal. At least 3 vloggers I follow are chatting about what you said about Dumagetti. Are they really? There you go. I know one was, because I got a message from someone last night and he said, "See what this guy's been saying." Who are the other ones? It's amazing, isn't it? You make a comment about Dumagetti. I think there is. I watched one of the vlogs last night. Nothing wrong with the guy. He's got a great channel. And I can't remember the name, but yeah, I think there is there's a lot of seems to be a lot of some people like their own and better their community better. So if someone says something negative about a place, there's a lot of people who jump on that. I think there must be a bit of that because everyone likes to think their place is right. They've made the right choice. But yeah, there you go. I didn't know there were 3 people talking about it. Strange, because the video didn't get many views. Jim Pendergast, hi all, hope everybody is good. We're good if you're good, James. Can't be happy if you're not happy. How are things with you, mate? How is life on Luzon? I started smoking again. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Don't know what's wrong with me. I don't smoke in the house. I don't smoke unless I've had a drink. But on Monday, I had a little bit too much to drink. And I bought a packet of cigarettes, which is bad. For some reason, ever since then, I've been craving them. Just now I'm thinking I want a fag. Which I won't do. Won't smoke in the house. Won't smoke when I had a drink. But I do not know why I am suddenly craving cigarettes again. Not a good situation to be in. Thankfully, I have my snooze. And a double chin. I'm putting on so much weight, chaps. All my fed perries are too tight for me now. It's a diabolical situation to be in. I am letting myself go at the worst possible time. Now, if you let yourself go when you're younger, you can turn it round. But now is the time I should be worrying about my cholesterol and all that kind of stuff, innit? Not just piling on the weight. Neil Michaels started smoking again due to the tension for the Hammers on Sunday. No, I have, a mate of mine messaged me today and said, "We did you a favour last night as a Chelsea fan." I didn't even know the result. I don't care now. I have decided that we're going. I didn't even watch it. I started watching a Newcastle game on Sunday, and then I realised what was going to happen. Quite obvious the way we were set up, and I thought I can't be doing with this. I just cannot be doing with it. In the sense that I said from day one, people who watch the channel, I said from day one we were getting relegated this season. I wasn't expecting anything less because I know the squad, the way that idiot had set us up before. We should never have brought him in. What he did anyway, I just knew we were going to go down. And then he had that mini revival a few weeks ago that got me thinking, no, we're going to stay up. We're going to stay up and Spurs are going to go down. And he's just fallen apart again. So I refuse to put myself through it. As far as I'm concerned, we've gone down, we're relegated. And if by some stretch of the imagination, they win on Sunday, and Spurs lose and we start, it's a miracle. But I'm not gonna start believing it or putting my hopes and prayers into it just to be disappointed. Does that make sense? Rich Filipina, hello mate, how you doing? Hey Simon, Tony from UK, Sandra from Dooma here in UK, just passing by and saying hello. Hey, thanks for saying hello, mate, and thanks for your very kind offer in the chat a few weeks ago. Hope all is well with you, mate. Jim, yes, watched another vlogger, very complimentary about your vlog and channel. You're watching other vloggers, Jim. Shame on you. It's like you're being unfaithful. I would never have chats with other people. We're probably talking about the same guy. Jack Star, Neil, hammers are down. Yeah, it's looking like it. And I mean, we can still stay up if Spurs lose. I mean, if Spurs draw and we win, we're screwed. But if we win and Spurs lose, then we'll stay up. But as I say, it's complete. I'm not giving it a lot of thought. It's a disgust. It's just a shit state of affairs to be in. It was so obvious it was going to happen. Mike Thompson for one. My ex would go on and on about getting land and building a house in Petrobras. Yeah, you see, and I never had any intention of doing so, and I'm so glad I didn't. Just because what if I had done? If I built a house everywhere I kind of like settled for a year or so, I'd have houses everywhere. You know, it's nuts. You've got to make sure you're really happy, or you plan to stay, where you want to be. I'm so glad I didn't build a house in Thailand, because it was very, very smooth, our separation. My ex, both times. There'd been a house involved. That'd have been a bloody nightmare. Jerry Stanley, keep up the good work, mate. I got lucky, caught your live, moving to Lapu Lapu soon. I think since we bought a house, LOL. Hold on, let me read that again. Keep up the good work, mate. I got lucky, caught your live. Moving to Lapu Lapu soon. I think since we bought a house. You bought a house in Lapu Lapu? Really? Wow. Seamus Dirty, what part of the Philippines are you living? You're seriously asking me that question? You've been watching the channel for a while, mate. Dumaguete, on the island of Negros. Used to be called Negros Oriental. Now it's just called Negros. Neil Michaels, is it Ellen cooking that's making you put the weight on? It is. Yeah, it's me. It's a combination of a lot of things. It's lack of exercise, and it must be. We eat a lot of fried food. She fries a lot of stuff. I mean, she's doing fried chicken now, which is very nice. But I think I'm getting old as well. My metabolism is slowing down, but I don't think I'm eating more than I was maybe a couple of years ago. It is just gathering in places I don't want to gather now. Jackstar, you missed my comment about Thai visa. Right, I'm going back up. Where did I miss that? Can't miss your comments, Jack. No, I didn't. This is very strange, this is. You've got the #1 crown, so it's quite easy to find your comments. I've not seen it. I've got hit the like, share the love. Yeah, pal, good, thanks. Starting higher powerhouse tricks. Yeah, I've got all your comments here. There is no comment about the Thai visa. So I've not missed it. It's not come up. Are you talking about the reduction from 60 days to 30 days, going back to how it used to be in 2024? Hey, mildly interesting. I can never remember your name. It was something interesting the other hand, wasn't it? Good morning. How's your better half? Woof woof. Been bloody annoying today. I do not know why, but he seems to be full of beans this evening. My little lady, though, she just had her last 2 jabs today. So in 10 days' time, she's good to go out. They're all vaccinated up. It's under time. You should defo build. It's in the if it's in the budget. It's stressful doing it, believe me, but it can be done. You create a bubble, good walls, make good neighbours. Jackstar, yeah, pal. Okay, well, I'm going to guess Jackstar commented about. You're saying, yeah, pal, to the reduction of 30 days. Wonder why that's disappeared. So have you built a place over here? It's end of time. Yeah, I think we will. It's just, I think realistically, I wouldn't. I think if you're going to build a house in the Philippines, you've got to be damn sure you get it right legally, and you've got to buy as much of the land around as possible, so people can't, move right next to you and have roofs and all that kind of shit. And land prices have gone through the roof in Dimageti, so I can see us heading up a mountain. I'll buy a motor in a couple of years. What I'm saying is, I would miss coming into town, but the way things are going, I'm going out less and less and less. I can foresee about 60, getting a little pickup truck, moving up the mountains, buying the land and building a house. I think I'm going to want to go in less by that age. Only trouble is the old heart attack to worry about. But I think we are gonna. I think we'll do that. But it's incredible, what you can still get for your buck if you go up the mountain here. Yeah, it's strange that they've done that, isn't it, Jack? I don't know why they've done that. I don't think the Thais know what they're doing. I don't know what they're. I was watching Tim Newton talking about it. I'm not saying it's like going to kill industry. Right? I mean, it's just going back to how it was before. But they have changed it for some strange countries. I mean, they give India extra leeway. They gave the Russians extra leeway. They extend it. They take it back. They extend it. I don't know what their end game is. I know they want more people to retire there on a higher salary and they want to pay tax now. But I don't know why they keep. I don't quite get what. I don't think they know what their thing is, to be honest. You don't see the Vietnamese pissing about it. They've had their 90-day one for a long time now. Strange. Anyway, there you go. What am I looking at here? Mike Thompson, I walk around 5K a day and got myself a medicine ball. A medicine ball? Are you sick? I know what you mean. Big medicine ball, drop it on your stomach. Oh, that's nice. Ellen's cooked herself a lovely little dinner. I'm supposed to sit there and watch it hungry. Wonderful. Don't think about me. Now she's pulling faces. Okay, Billy, would you consider some other cities to settle in, Phils? No, I don't think so. What would be the point? I think it's all same here. I mean, no. I mean, we might not do it. It might end up moving to Vietnam or somewhere. I mean, the pets have changed that, but you can take you. I just say as I get older, I mean, Ellen would like at some stage a house, and she's probably going to outlive me unless something goes wrong. So it'd be nice to build a house at some stage and leave something for her. But I mean, no plans. Who knows what the future will unfold? But I do quite like the idea of building a place, spending a few months of the year in Thailand, in the Philippines, and a few months somewhere else. We build a nice big place. Animals can run through. You get a housekeeper who looks after the pets and things. The job is a good one. But there wouldn't be much point moving to another city. I mean, you got to start again in terms of your friends and things. I don't think there's anywhere better than Dimageti. They're all different. I wouldn't want to live in a bigger city. And I mean, Ellen's family are on this island. I mean, where else would you move? I mean, Buckalod's too far. No, can't see us moving. And wouldn't see a point. Okay, Billy, do you go to karaoke events? No, absolutely not. Don't like karaoke at all. Ellen just gave me a look. Don't know what I mean. She quite enjoys karaoke. I used to like it in Thailand. In some of the restaurants there, it was fun. But here, in those bloody karaoke chambers and that, no, it doesn't do it for me. And you don't go often, do you?
I just want to live in peace.
So they're going to think you're having a go at me now. She's not just having a go at kittens. The kittens bullied her out of a dinner. Daxar, do you think it will filter down to the Phils changing their visa programs? As for the negative vlogger activity, hope not. Hope not. I can't see it, Jack, to be honest with you. It's a strange one. I don't want to give many ideas, but they keep raising the criteria for, their retirement visas and things. But they don't make it more difficult to have a tourist visa. I've not seen any indication they're going to cut from the foot. You keep hearing these horror stories about these terrible interviews and all the rest of this. Don't want to tempt fate. But unless they make the tourist visas harder or reduce the hours, why is anyone going to go to a... Ellen, can you come back, please? Because I'm melting. You turn the fan away. I've got nothing on me now, and you just left it like that. So I can't see. I can't see them. I don't think so. But you never know, do you? You never know what countries are going to do. Yes, like it was when you turned it.
It wasn't facing you. How's that?
So anyway, the yeah, I don't think so, but I could be wrong. You know, I thought from day one when I saw them putting up the financial amounts and the requirements and that, they would start cutting down, you know, the numbers and that. But they seem to want people in, and they seem to want as many as they can get, because they could just make it hard if they wanted to. So I don't think it will. Seamus Durhey, are there any other YouTubers you really like? Not Philippine vloggers. I don't really watch them anymore. I've been asked that question a number of times. I used to watch a few channels. I mean, before I came over here, I always used to call Old Dog and Every Man Has a Story. You know, but since I moved over here, like a lot of vloggers, I mean, I was surprised that there's a guy who was mentioning me in a video the other day who was saying that he watches my stuff. I don't know what this cat is doing. I don't really, there's no one I dislike. I just don't see the point. I mean, it's, you know, I watch vlogs which aren't about the Philippines. You know, I'm not in the UK, so I tend to watch vlogs about the UK. I tend to watch vlogs about boxing, football, that kind of stuff. You know, because I'm here. I mean, the blogs can be really useful to learn stuff about, you know, before you come here and how things work and that. But after you've been here a few months, you know, someone's view on how much you should give your girlfriend, or, you know, how to settle this and that, you know, it's irrelevant to me, to be honest with you. I'm sure that I've lost track of who vlogs and who's not. I mean, there's thousands of vloggers in the Philippines now. Someone said a few months ago, it's 160 and doing me get you alone. So, you know, okay, Billy, I'm keen to explore Cebu and Davao. I hear these cities are good options. Yeah, well, I can't. I hate Cebu. I mean, it depends. I mean, who do you hear is a good option from, mate? I mean, I know a couple of people like Davao. I know a few people who moved there hated it and came here. I mean, it's horses for courses. I don't like the idea of Davao. I've never been, but I don't like the things I've heard about it. And I'm happy here. So I think it's what I'm looking for. Okay, Billy, the Phils needs to make a big push for tourism. Make it easier so it can take people away from other Asian countries. Well, I think it is making a. I mean, I don't know how it could make a push. I mean, the reality is it's not a country that's geared up to do that. Can you stop him, please? You know how to. You know how to. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I like the Philippines is not a very organised country. You've got to do certain things if you want to encourage tourism, and it doesn't have the infrastructure. I don't think. I mean, unless it made flights cheaper. I mean, the point is, in so many ways, it's this organised chaos if you come for holiday. But some people like that. Some people embrace that. I mean, the people are very friendly. It's very laid back. If you're a laid back person, you can have a great time. But it's, I've not seen the tourist board do anything. You know, I mean, I don't think they're geared up for a campaign, or they've got the facility or the infrastructure to do anything. I mean, discount flights is a difficult place to get to. It's a difficult place to, you know, short of what they're doing, I don't know what they would do. Jackstar, if you build a house, I'll give you one of the hydrogen fuel cells, so no brownouts and free electricity. Jack, I will hold you to that. How the hell would you get that in the post? A hydrogen cell? Yeah, declaring that. Andrew G is in the house. Hi, Simon and Ellen. Hi, Andrew G. How the devil are you, mate? Welcome back to the party. What's going on in your neck of the woods? Okay, Billy, what would it take to make an income to cover your expenses on YouTube? How many views do you need per blog? How much would I need to make on YouTube to oh, loads more than I make. I make fuck all on YouTube, mate. I don't make any money on YouTube. I mean, it's just a little bit of pocket money. Because there's no rhyme nor reason to how YouTube pays you. You know, I've had videos that like, you know, I've had like 40, 50, 60,000. They made like £8 because it's supposedly a controversial subject. You know, it's I don't know, mate. I don't really think about it. I mean, I've never worked it out. It's not a financial thing for me. But you got to have a lot of views to live off it, depending on what your lifestyle is. But it's not easy to do. I mean, you could do it. I mean, I could try and have a go at it if I wanted to make money, but I'd have to spend my time talking about things that I think people want me to talk about. You know, you have to think, what are people looking for? What are the trends? I like the fact I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I can talk about what I want to talk about. And it's getting harder. I mean, what little money I make is a lot less than it used to be. Hold on 1 second. Let's just let me go. Yeah, what money I make is a lot less than it used to be. I think everyone's the same. I've seen people come in and have a contest. It's just gone down. And I spoke because a couple of guys I know here who do actually make a living out of it, and they were saying like their income has, but they're not like, you know, they're not English for a start. You won't see in their channels; they're not English speaking channels. Yeah, everyone seems to have gone down. I don't know what YouTube's game is, whether they're charging, you know, pocketing more, whatever. But it's yeah. Don't take up YouTube if you want to make cash, mate. It's on time. Can I have one, please, Jackstar? Sometimes it's like living on the moon. You sort your own one out. It's giving one to me. Jim Pendergast went out to a local city for a couple of days. Sausagun, a nice change from the province, but prefer the province, but a nice change. Well, I'm glad you had a nice time, mate. How big is it? Never heard of it. I'm assuming it's obviously bigger than where you are, but a small place nonetheless. Seamus Dotty, is the Philippines more noisy than Thailand? Yeah, hell of a lot noisier. I mean, it depends where you are, but yeah, it's a lot noisier. They seem to have an extraordinary propensity for noise here. I do not know how more people aren't deaf, but it's extraordinary how much noise people will make. It really is extraordinary how much noise people will make. I mean, you'll see old guys driving around on trikes by themselves with a ghetto blast from a speaker. It's like the guy who comes to do the work here, like occasionally the landlord sends him around. He's an old boy. God, ghetto blaster which he wires up when he drives away on the back of his motorbike. It's just, you know, you'll have these trikes with horns, you know, high, you know, like off the big lorries and that, you know, extraordinarily noisy place. As I say, I've never known a place as noisy as this. Mike Thompson, your last update was good. Which was my last update? You got to be more specific. Are you talking about the Vitali one? If you did, I'm surprised because that's one of my worst ones, I think. But thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I made it in a hurry. Andrew G, not much happening. Just red dirt and flies. Nights are getting colder though. Are the nights getting colder? Are the nights getting colder here, sweetie? Huh? Are the nights getting colder here?
No.
She says they're not. It's damn hot here at the moment as well, mate. Damn hot. Possibly not as hot as you. Don't really have a fly problem here, but it is quite unpleasant during the days at times here. If you want to, you know, yeah, it's with the pets. The Ellen sleeps during the day. What I usually do is like she'd sleep because she's been like working nights, early start. I'd go and sit with her and just work on the laptop. I ain't got the bloody dog wants a walk or the cat wants this or whatever. So I can't do that anymore. So I'm like, you know, yeah. I'm noticing the heat more than maybe my lovely Ellen is. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Mike Thompson. No, not that. Andrew G. Jim Pendergrass. Think about 100,000. 100,000, quite big then. Dumagetti is not far off that. What is the population of Dumagetti, Ellen?
I do not know.
I know you don't know, but you got your phone in your hand. Why don't you Google it for me, please, sweetie? Mike Thompson. I hope that guy gets royalty effect. You're talking about our mate Vitali. Yeah, yeah, I think he is. I think he's going 142171, Jim. We've got here, so it's not that much dissimilar. We're 50% bigger in terms of population. Yeah, he's just an idiot. I'm surprised crap like that doesn't happen more often than getting the wrong people. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I have no time for these predators. Of course not. But it's entrapment, isn't it? It's a strange way that they do it, and then that they don't get it wrong more often, and it's a strange. I often wonder because you see them catch these guys, and I've seen ones where they hand them over to the police. How many of them actually get prosecuted? Because there's got to be a lot of the fruit from the poison tree, if you know what I mean, in the way some of these things are set up. But yeah, this guy, if you'd watch that, I should have put a link to the podcast that I put the intro to. But he has had death. Has affected him adversely. I think he's going to get a massive payout. And it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Although I'm a total loss to how Vitali has made all this money. I know he was one of the first to the party. He was one of the groundbreakers or whatever. But from what I've seen of him, he's bloody useless. He hasn't got I don't know how he ever did it. I really don't. I mean, maybe he was better before, but he just comes over as such a fucking bellend. I mean, really, no other way of saying it. And I mean, that crap he pulled in the Philippines, I don't mind thinking they're funny, but he's just like, oh, I'm gay. He's just an idiot. It was embarrassing. Mike Thompson, but he found Jesus. I didn't know he was lost. I shouldn't have said that. Ellen will tell me off for stuff like that. It is blasphemous. I shouldn't make comments like that. It is true. I take it back. Yeah, it's interesting that Andrew was saying about flies. That is very much my image of Australia. Lots of flies. I mean, maybe not in the cities and things, but as soon as I found out that those hats with the corkscrews, not corkscrews, with the God, can I speak tonight? With the cork? What do you call them? Not corkscrews. Corkscrews is what you put in the cork. Anyway, with the corks hanging off them, bottle tops or whatever. As soon as I found out they would have stopped flies, that completely put me off going there. It's a shame because I like Aussies, but I cannot be doing with flies, and they bite as well, don't they? Blackstar, you still drop it in and watch Paul Regg as still a huge overstay. He think they will just deport him. Think he will have a shock as Defo be going to detention first. I had no idea he was still here. I'll have to look him out. I thought he was gone because I knew he was going to go. I can't work out if that guy's for real or not. There's something very strange with that. He's not playing a full deck of cards. If he's still here, I don't believe he has. I mean, has he overstayed? Because I mean, you could just be saying that nonsense and just actually, renewing it. I don't know, strange. Okay, Billy. Any advice for someone new to the fields as a long-term stay? Yeah, don't go to Cebu City. St Andrew Pierre Corks. Yeah, right, corks. I don't know why the hell I had such a hard time thinking of the word then. I was going to try to say cork tops, I think, but yeah, corks. Very silly. Blackstar 3226, Defo Billy, don't drink, don't get a girlfriend, lock your wallet up. Yeah, that is that might be sad advice, but I wouldn't want to live like that. Okay, Billy, my issue is that most of my penines are looking for support. Yeah, well, they tend to be on the dating apps. I mean, that is the thing with the dating apps. I mean, tend not to so much on Tinder, but I mean, I wouldn't bother with dating apps. I've said many times, you know, it's very easy to meet someone when you get here. I personally, that would be my one bit of advice. You want me to get, if you come here long term, come here single, get your boots on the ground, find somewhere that you want to live, and then look for a girlfriend. There you go. I think that's quite salient advice, to be honest with you. Yeah, come here first, boots on the ground, find where you actually want to live, and then you know, when you're happy where you are, then look for a relationship. There's no rush, you know, do your thing. But so many people end up just going to a town or a city because they've met someone online because their girlfriend's there. And, you know, it's like, you know, it might work out for some people, but I don't think it's the best way to do it. But what do I know? But that would be my advice. Christoph Kaela, shout out. I'm not going to shout that out because it might be something ridiculous. Jack Star, the only support you should offer is company. Yeah, there's an element of that. Perspective 180. How can I get rid of a hangover? The hangover. Well, permanently. Okay, Billy, didn't have the hair of the dog that bit you. Okay, Billy, I lived in Thailand. I felt isolated and lonely. Maybe it's to do with the language. I like the place that speaks English and an expat is welcomed. Well, a lot of people speak English here, and expats are generally welcomed here. So the Philippines could be the place for you, mate. IJ James 9219. Hi, how are you, mate? Mike Thompson, sorry to say, even the educated ones were looking for support. Well, I mean, I am not in a relationship where my girlfriend looks for support, and I know a number of people who aren't. I know some are, you know, each to their own, but it doesn't have to be that way. You know, that is the reality, Mike. I mean, I've got several friends who are in relationships where they're not really supporting. One of them is more or less the woman supporting him. There you go. But yeah, it doesn't have to be that way, but it probably is the majority of the time. But I mean, if you're going to look for age gaps, you know, you can't kind of think you need to expect that. But yeah, I mean, I've certainly found when I was using. Why are you looking at me like that? Yes, of course you can, my love. That is so kind of you. That is so generous.
No.
Thank you, sweetie. Yes, please. I'll turn the camera around.
Earlier when I was over there.
Because I'm a selfish, lazy, greedy, ungrateful old man. That's why. And you can do a lot better. It's on time now. The family shit where the girl is constantly looking for money for the extended family shouldn't be a thing. Well, I mean, some of them are genuine. I mean, it depends on the thing. I mean, if she's just looking for a relationship, yeah, no, I agree with you. It shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be a thing. I mean, people shouldn't get themselves in that relationship, but some people seem to want to get themselves in that relationship. Some people end up by chance in that relationship. You know, it depends. I mean, it's like, yeah, but you don't have to end up in a relationship. As I was saying before, when I first got here, I'll name them. I don't care if I'll name them. Sorry. I was on the one called Filipino Cupid. They've asked to sponsor me a few times, and I've said no for the reason I'm about to say. They'll never answer me again after I say this. But yeah, I was on that one, and because Mark Thornton told me to go on it. And my God, everyone I met on there was like they had 5 kids and they needed this and they wanted help, and they were just desperate people. It was so depressing. But you feel sorry for them. And a lot of them were scammers and things. So I signed up for a month and left straight afterwards. When I went on Tinder, different ball game altogether. Never had that problem again. Well, a couple of times. Biggest problem I had on Tinder was ladyboys claiming to not be ladyboys. Got a couple of dates when I turned up and it was a ladyboy, even though they said they weren't. But that was my only gripe with Tinder. And there's a hell of a lot of ladyboys on there. But I mean, you know, you can find. I mean, in a place like Dumaguete, you can go out, you can meet people. You know, they're most of the women here are receptive to, well, a lot of them, to meeting guys. You know, a lot more so in the UK. So I mean, invariably, if you go out, and you go to a bar or restaurant, you see a woman or a couple of women by themselves, you go over and say, "Hi, how you doing? Do you mind if I join you, or can I get you a drink?" They'll generally say yes. You know, and then you can have a chat. I mean, you can tell the ones who are looking for support. They're the ones who come up to you in a restaurant and say, you know, do you have a girlfriend? What's your thing? You know, it's just like, you know, it's you can find what you're looking for here quite easy. It doesn't have to be the stereotypical relationship that some people seem to think it has to be out here. Um, it's on time. It's very common here. Where am I now? Jack Star 3226. Defo boots on the ground in Thailand. Did you live in a big city or out in the villages? Yeah, I'd be interested to know that. Manila Gorilla, good evening all. Good evening, Manila Gorilla. I've got to ask you, mate. When I first read your handle, I think is the term, your avatar, I've always got an image of you being a really massive guy, big hairy guy. Are you? Or did you just go with the gorilla because it rhymes with Manila? I'm assuming you did. It's amazing how you get a picture of people in your mind. That's why at least we don't put the hot thing straight on the table. Thank you, my love. I might open a finishing school in the Philippines. That could be my forte, a finishing school for the young ladies here, so they learn how to do things properly. You could be my star pupil. Now, oh my God, how dare you? She's flashing me and sticking her tongue out. If I turned that camera around, she would go nuts. Yeah. Listen, I've got. Can I shout this out? At least someone trying to get me in trouble. Come and have a quick look at this. KILIG space BETHLOG. I want me to shout it out. What would I be shouting out? What? It's not his name. It says shout out, and it's got a thing. Have you actually spelt that yet? Have a look. I'm not sure. I'm sure it's probably Filipino swear words or something like that. Or it's like I am a dickhead or something. I don't know. Jim Pendergrass had a good experience with Metro Bank Philippines online banking. They do time deposits 30 days to 1 year, paying 4.5, 3.9% after tax. Took me 20 years to get a local bank. Well, I'm very glad to hear that's worked out for you. Metro Bank, they do Philippines online banking. They do time deposits 30 days to 1 year, paying 4.5, 3.9 after tax. You don't want to be paying tax, Jim. Who am I with? What's that bank account I owned? BDP? BPO? BDO I'm with. Waste of time that bank account was. I've never used it. Manila Gorilla, no, not that big. About £210, 6 foot. Well, that's quite big. That's heavyweight, mate. You would be boxing a heavyweight. It's under time. That's a good rate, Jim. Can I ask what money transfer service you use to send money to the fields, please? I don't send money to the fields. You know what I mean? I think people keep asking me now, what do I use to just, I mean, you can ask Jim. I'm the same answer because people say, how do you? I don't think I've ever had money sent here. Well, all I do is I pay the rent and things like that through my Wise account. So, like, I send the landlord and I pay electricity. Any bills I pay like that, I go through Wise, and I use my ATM bank cards in, you know, the ATM over here. I go Starling. I mean, because I get good. So I mean, I've never had to send money here. People always ask this question: how do you send money? I've heard horror stories about sending. You send too much, they can block it because of, you know, money laundering. Now, but I'm always surprised when people ask me how I send money. I say I don't. I just use the ATM. Yeah, I pay 250 pesos when I draw it out, but I draw 20,000 minimum at a time, and you know, I make 2 withdrawals a month. So that's 500 pesos in fees, and I paid my bills and that with Wise. So never had to transfer any money over. Manila Gorilla, I'm the runt of the family. Wow, that's a big family. Pop was 6'5", brother 6'3", mum 5 foot, but she's Irish, so she's the one we feared growing up. Funny thing about women or mothers, only 1 in 300 men is shorter than their mother. Or that is a statistic I was told once, and I've used it many times. I'll have to Google it. It's probably wrong. Could you check that, Ellen? Is 1 in 300 men shorter than their mother?
No.
No, she can't. She's being obstreperous this last couple of days. She's trying to. I don't know. She's trying to. Yeah, she's testing the water. She's studying the ground more. It's foolish. It's folly. It's a foolish standpoint. There's only one winner, Ellen. One winner. I won't let you come to the quiz. I won't let you do the scoring. There you go. Bring out the big gun. You say good. You don't mean it. You'd go nuts staying here by yourself.
I have some sleepless nights going to the quiz.
Yeah, you have some sleepless nights.
For me. No, it's not.
Anyway, so was I talking when you were? I'm doing a live stream. Jim Pendergast. Where am I going up here now? No, Andrew G. Yeah, that's big. I'm 5'10" and only 125. I was 125 pounds, not 125 years old. Well, of course you're not. That would make you the oldest man in the world. That's light, 125 pounds. Good God. 125 pounds? A featherweight. Jim Pendergast. I use Metro Remittance in UK. Mike Thompson. I have a Wise account and my transfers to my Thai and Philippine accounts are easy. Yeah, but why do you transfer money? I mean, this is the transfer bit I don't get. I mean, as I say, I don't, I had it in my head I was going to transfer, I would transfer money into my Philippine bank account. But honestly, when you look at the hassle and the things involved, it's just, and the rates you get, it's like, if I had transferred my money, like a lot of people do, like 1,000 at a time, I would never be getting the exchange rate I've been getting the last few weeks. You know what I mean? It's like with the 83, because I'd be locked into, I had no intention of transferring money anywhere at this moment in time, because that was my plan, open a bank account, transfer, a few thousand in there every couple of months and just, drawing it out and paying the 18 pesos fees to get away from the, the ATM 250 fees. But the more I looked at it and that and the way the rates are going and just, it's just, I think it'd be hard to do better than just getting out of Wise. Where am I now? The Plaza Finger. Hello, Billy. How are you? Did you get your cats neutered? Thanks. I had a problem with a China bank at ATM. I asked for 20k and the machine made noises, but no cash. Next time the bank was open, I went in to ask how to get the money back, expecting hassle. Nope. Only too happy to help, and they knew that the ATM had made a mistake. God, you're lucky, mate. I use, well, not so much now, but I used to use China Bank all the time, because China Bank were one of the few that let you get out 20,000 at a time. But it seems now, I think all of them, a lot more do. I know Land Bank does. I mean, I found loads that let you get 20 out now. There weren't that many when I first came here. But I used to use the China Bank ATM outside the supermarket here, LP Hyper. But it occurred to me one day, if it swallowed my card and done something like that, it's just an ATM in the hall, there's no bank there. Who do I complain to? I know what the call center's not here. So I kind of moved away from that now. I like to use ones in like the 7-Eleven, because you've got the staff there. They might be pretty useless, but I can say to them, look, this is what's happening, it's all on film. Or You know, ones which are actually attached to a bank, so you can go in and say your machine just swallowed my card. Yeah, I'm avoiding for the reasons I just said. I don't like using the hole in the walls now, which don't have a bank connected with them. But lucky, mate, that must have been stressful for you waiting for the next day. I would have been imagining the worst. It's end of time. HSBC costs nothing to withdraw at the ATM. Hard to find locations now. No 25 pesos. I mean, PayPal to the wife saves a fortune. Yeah, I know. HSBC don't charge anything, but I think there's something like 9 in the whole of the Philippines. Or there was at one stage. There might be more now, but there's not one in Dumaguete. I think there's one in Cebu. I think the rest are in Manila. But yeah, I'm aware they don't charge anything, but they're the only ones. HSBC costs nothing to draw. I PayPal to the wife saves a fortune. See, I've never really used PayPal to transfer money anymore. I used to, but since I got on the Wise, I've never bothered. I'll have to check their rates again one day. But I don't really transfer money that much. If I don't transfer money at all, as I'll be saying. Mike Thompson, it's for when I travel. Jim Pendergast, allow 50,000 pesos a day, but you can increase that. Metro allow 50,000 pesos a day? What withdrawal? I don't know any ATMs did that. That's bloody good, that is. I'll have to look into that. Mike Thompson, find it helpful when I scan. Jim Pendergast, get top rates. Jerry Stanley, Metro Bank is good for bank to bank transfers. It took me about 8 trips to get my check-in set up. And I have SRRV and license check writing has to be perfect. Had to tear up 4 or 5, crazy. Joe, $5, late to the party. Evening, Simon. Evening, Sean. How the devil are you? You're fashionably late, mate. Better late than not turning up at all. I'm glad this little dog has calmed down a bit now. He's been quite disruptive earlier on. How are things in the good old US of A? I'm going to check out this Metro Bank, but I don't really have any. I don't really have any banking needs. I had aspirations, I would, but I mean, you know, I'm thinking of maybe. I mean, I've not used Wise with its full potential, but you can take money payments and business things, and that, you know, I'm going to have to look into that. There's so much you can do. I must admit, but you look at Wise, there are like, you know, you get 2 free withdrawals a month in that. So there are lots of extra charges that can mount up. I'm really happy with my Starling account. They have been fantastic. Ellen?
What is it?
I'm just smiling because there's no one. No one's talking to me, Ellen. Why is no one talking? You're not. Ellen's not talking to me. She sulks half the time. She doesn't talk to me. I talk to the dog and the cat, but they can't understand me. And now no one's talking to me on the live streams. There we go. Billy, cat's all done. I was expecting the vet to turn up on Tuesday, but they got dropped off here early Saturday morning. I managed to change the arrangements and got them done on the day. So let me get this right. I'm going to read this again. Cat's all done. I was expecting the vet to turn up on the Tuesday, but they got dropped off here early Saturday morning. I managed to change the arrangements and got them done on the day. So basically, you drop them off to them and they brought them back to you, as opposed to come out and do them to the house. That's how I'm reading that message. Wendy, sorry, I just got sidetracked by Scotty Bear, who moved back from Asia to USA, having a heck of a time. Is that old Scotty boy is in regular guy? Yeah, I've seen he's back in Australia, back in Canada. He's doing. I've not watched any of his lives, but I've seen he's like, you know, debating whether to come back. And his parents have got old and all this kind of stuff. Is he coming back here? It's end of time. If you're going to build a house someday, Simon, you'll need checks from a local bank for the contractors, and eyes on the back of your head. Yeah, no, I get that. Of course, I will. Yeah, that will change things considerably, and I'd get things in place before we did that. But as I say, a lot of people, and I mean, maybe I just do things differently. I feel, but I'll often get asked, what do you use to transfer this and transfer that? I'm really making the point that the lifestyle I lead now, I don't need to, don't do any of it. It's I had ideas, like I'm going to do this to economise on that, and it'll, but I didn't get anything. That's such a small amount of money. Who cares? But fortunately, I found out over time, it's gone from me actually thinking, well, sorry, it's only 250 pesos. Why piss about? When I word it out, you're actually better off because of the rates and things. As I say, I mean, it's eighth. I think it's. I've not looked today, but it's been 8.3 most of the time for the last couple of weeks. So that's big saving when you're drawing it out, as opposed to having a few grand sat in the bank here. Go $5. Can't complain. Wouldn't do any good. Looking forward to the next trip, maybe Thailand and the Philippines. Do you have a date in mind? Jim Pendergast. Retracting his message. You retracted your message, Jim. And I'd kind of seen the top of it. Something about 50,000 in 3 installments. Tell us more, Jim. You got me intrigued now. Was it wrong information? Was it a misprint? Have you found? I mean, I always tweaks my interest when I see a message is retracted. Wendy, no, that's regular guy. He is coming back to Asia. I asked him why doesn't he stay and inherit his mother's house, and he said not that easy. Scotty Bear's channel is called Scotty Bear, I believe. I know. So Scotty Bear is not Scott, as in regular guy. I don't know who Scotty Bear is. So many channels I know. Fuck all. Excuse my French. I know nothing about it. I mean, it blows my mind how many channels there are. It's I mean, it really is a competitive market these days. It's as I say, I was watching a channel the other day. I think I spoke about it before, and he was saying his revenue's down, and people who make it as a living, my heart goes out to them because it's just everyone's jumped on the bandwagon. It's like opening a bar or a restaurant over there. Anything that's a success, everyone else will copy, and they all get. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, just the way it is. Originality, not really a thing. Well, not the thing it used to be. I wonder how many AI channels there'll be. What percentage will be AI channels in the coming years? The Plaza Finger, yeah, but the cats aren't mine. It does feel like everyone ignores me as I'm the stupid foreigner, but people are starting to pay attention when they see I'm right. Well, there you go, Billy. I mean, I think you'll find that they'll pay attention when you start paying for things as well, mate. I mean, if you're paying for the animals to be neutered, good for you. That is a very good thing to do. Gonna get these neutered soon. No, yeah, I wonder what he's going to be like when his nuts come off. That might calm him down a bit, Ellen. It's good that you're doing that, mate. And yeah, it's not rocket science, is it? I mean, I'll see the benefits. I mean, they don't want loads of kittens and puppies and dogs running around strays, do they? Go $5. I'm thinking of December, January, February, that time frame. But thinking Thailand may be too crowded. Any thoughts? Well, thoughts on what? I mean, that is peak season. That is peak season. So it will be busy, depending on where you go. I mean, Pattaya tends to be busy, certainly over Christmas. So you'll be paying a lot more for your flights, but it will be cooler. If you're going to come here for Christmas, I'd stay in Thailand. Christmas is crap in the Philippines. I wouldn't. If you are going to do that, I'd wait till Christmas is out of the way before you come here, mate. That would be my advice. Can't tell you much more than that. Anders Streifeld, we are happy we have this brilliant Brit amongst us. Is that me? You're not mocking me now, are you? We're happy we have this brilliant Brit amongst us. Have I just made a fool of myself? Are you talking about me? How are you, mate? How is life in Benidorm? Are you still there? Enzo Pastore, 5811. Is it worth going Philippines in August, being the wet season? Well, it depends on what you want to do, my friend. Welcome to the chat. I mean, if your plan is to go, I don't know, hiking or spend your days on the beaches like 9, 10, 11 hours of sunbathing, then I would suggest that the rainy season is probably not the best time to come. Have you noticed I'm talking to someone?
Have you noticed?
Ellen interrupted me, and what she said, she was probably out of earshot. Have you noticed the rainy season here that isn't really a lot of rain? So that was going to be my next point. It depends on what you're doing, and it really depends on where you go, because the rainy seasons are a lot rainier in some parts than they are in others. Now, and some years are worse than others. As I say, I am in my 3rd year here now. This summer is considerably hotter than the previous 2. This rainy season was considerably rainier than the first 2, but it wasn't that rainy compared to other places. So it really depends where you're going to go and what you're going to do. My lifestyle, rainy season would not put me off going. I've never bothered about crap like that. Thailand, I used to, I could never see, I used to like it, the low season when it was hot. There was less people about, it was less crowded. I could never see why people didn't go. Things like rain and heat never bothered me. But I've not been doing things like, I've not been planning on trekking up mountains or spending hours on the beach. So, I mean, it really depends. Depends where you're going, mate, and depends what you're trying to do. Mike Thompson, 1541. The majority of dogs that I have had were bitches. Only the one boy I had didn't look at me the same way when I got him sorted. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to look the same way, my little fella here now. I will get him done because we are letting him out more now. So I will get him done. I'm definitely going to get her done. Because, I mean, he doesn't really go anywhere. I mean, so when I say I might not get him done, I was debating it because he doesn't, I mean, he would be responsible not to, but when he goes for a walk, I mean, he's on the lead. And when I let him out, he doesn't go far. You know what I mean? He doesn't like to, because we let him out now, but if I'm outside, he'll spend the whole day outside. If I come back inside after about 10 minutes, he's scratching on the glass. But it doesn't take that long, does it? So no, it'd be irresponsible not to get him done. And we'll get her done just in case she escapes, because she's shown no interest in leaving the house. I don't want her to leave the house. I mean, if she starts wanting to, then we'll let her. Don't want to keep her a prisoner. But at this moment in time, we're so worried about something happening to her. We really do love that kitten. As long as she doesn't show an interest, we're not going to encourage her to go out. But I will get a spade just in case she does get out. And I mean, I had her rabies jabs and things today, just in case she got out, so she's got the best chance. And they've got the little collars now with their reward if found and that. So we've done all we can for them. Anders Dryfeld, I like the Brits. You are special. Well, that's very nice of you to say so, mate. I think. What are you laughing at? He doesn't mean special needs. Ellen thought that was hilarious. She thinks he means special needs. But I like the Swedes too, as well, you know. Jim Pendergast, don't know why my message erased, was trying to say 50,000 has to be done on the same day. 20,000, 20,000 and 10,000. We did today, no ATM fees. Is that right? Wow. Andy Stryfield, sometimes too special. All the best from Helsingborg, Sweden. Hey, hey. Hey from Dumagetti Negros. I'll do bra, Anders. I'll do bra. How's the gang at Sideways? Doing well, I hope. Sideways. I can't. Yeah. Big changes in sideways, but I cannot go into any details because it's all kind of. But wait for my future streams. But something has been a big change in sideways. I can't go into any more details because I don't want to display any confidences. But we are on the verge of big changes there. I'm going to say no more on that one, Sean. Plaza Finger, the cat can be done at 2 months old. Best get her done. It makes her life easier. Really, that young? I know that you can get them done before 6, but I wouldn't get 2 months. Seems too young to me, mate. But I'd have to look into that. But I won't get it done anyway. I think we'll. He's certainly showing no interest in women at this. He's still young. He's still just a puppy. I'll have to look into that. The plastered finger message retracted. Planet Jonesy, hello mate, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Hi from San Barley Simon Jonesy. Yeah, 6 months. The plastered finger said, yeah, I'd say 2 months. They can't get it done at 2 months. That's ridiculous. Easily done. Sorry, Sanor Barley. No need to apologise. Where is Sanor Barley? Is that in Barley? Joe Bucks, dang. I kind of like the way it was, selfishly. Well, I haven't said anything's changed. Well, it might not change. I can't say anything. I'm going to plead the fifth now on the grounds I might incriminate myself. But stay tuned to the lives, and because I might be talking about it a lot in the coming weeks. But I know what you mean, Sean. I'm kind of like you, mate. I'm a bit of a dinosaur like that. I do not like change. I used to embrace challenges and change. I used to say there's no such thing as problems. They are merely challenges. But now, they're problems. And I just don't like change. I like things the way they are. Don't like people coming in, upsetting the apple cart, etc., etc. I'm very intolerant. Hence one of my previous videos about that. Planet Jonesy, yes, mate. Other side of Ireland from Kuta. See, I know nothing about Bali. I had a mate who used to live over there. I know some people like it. I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some not so good things. But in terms of the geography in the islands, I am very ignorant, I must confess. I'll have to do a bit more research because I didn't know that Sanor and Kato were major parts or major islands. Where is the most touristy part? Where do all the surfers and that go, or are there more? Is there more than one destination? I know my old mate Ray used to live there, but he used to live a bit out of town. I knew it was cheap as chips there, because you see, you read such different stories from people. I say I've never really fancied going to Bali. Nothing against Bali. I just, I mean, I've been living on places with beaches and things. You know what I mean? I don't see the point of going from like City Hall to Bali on a beach holiday, or from Pattaya to. If I was in the UK, then yeah, I'd probably have tried it. But when I saw the price of alcohol and things compared to that, and I just thought, I tell you anyway. That's why I have never been. But I know some people have loved it over there. But when I talk to people about it, some people will tell you it's extraordinarily expensive. Other people will tell you it's cheaper than here. You just got to know where to shop and stay away from tourist traps and things. What do you think? Is that the case? Is it more expensive? Is it cheaper? Is it what? Because I was led to believe it's a Muslim country, booze and that's really expensive. But others say if you smoke the local drinks and drink the local brew and that, it's not. Mike Thompson, I thought you were going to Indonesia for a friend's work opportunity. Yeah, but that would be a work opportunity. That wouldn't be a holiday, would it? I mean, you're right. That is true, and might still be going. They might be doing it again in July, you know, but that's just more, you know, it's not really a work opportunity, just a change of scenery for a couple of weeks. But that's not Bali, I don't think. You know, I've never actually asked where it is. It's in Indonesia. I think it's at some university over there. So I don't think it's, yeah, I don't know where that is. And you're right, you know, Ellen, you know that English teaching that keeps talking about? Is that Malaysia or Indonesia? Yeah, I tell you what, I'm an idiot. The penny's only just dropped. It's Indonesia. I was thinking it was Malaysia. I don't think it is Indonesia. But yeah, don't know where that is. Don't know where it is. I'll have to ask him next time. Because he was saying the other, you know, I missed the one in December because I couldn't be asked with it. It was too much of a rush coming back to Thailand, so I pulled out of that. Coming back from Vietnam, sorry. But then I see him a few weeks ago, and he said they weren't doing any more this year because of the fuel prices and what was going on in Gaza. So I said, no worries, I wasn't expecting to do it anyway. But then a few weeks ago, I saw him and said, are you still up for it? Do you want to do it? Because I think we're going to do it. And I said, like, you know, I am less affair. If it happens and you want me to do it, I'll do it. If it's not, then I've not missed anything. But yeah, might be doing that in July. But yeah, you're right, it is Indonesia. But that would say that is not because of a love of wanting to go to Indonesia. That's just like, you know, I like the idea of going away and trying a bit of English teaching might be fun. I'll be teaching South Koreans for a couple of weeks. But I say, I know a couple of the people, their friends who are going. So I mean, I think it would be an interesting trip. And I've not been to Indonesia. But there you go. Yeah, if it's July, Peter might be back by then. The thing is, when I originally volunteered for it, I had a very good friend who was over here wanting to do it, and I just like the idea of going away and having a few nights out in Indonesia with him. But he's back in the UK getting his leg done now. But if he's back, yeah, that'd be good. Because I think he might be back by then. Um, where are we going? Joe, $5. I can't remember exactly. Did you live in Cambodia? Siem Reap, mate, yes. Well, I say I lived there. I never really spent more than a few months there at a time. But if you put it all together, it was a couple of years I have spent in Cambodia. Yeah, and I like it. If you haven't been to Cambodia, I think you'd like Siem Reap. But then again, you might not. You didn't like Vietnam, did you? So horses for courses. If it wasn't so damn difficult to get to for me, I'd take Ellen to Siem Reap. But there's things like, you know, the visa. You got to get a visa. You know, it's like, you know, when you're like, if you want to desperately go somewhere, you don't care about the visa costs and the length of the flights and things. But when you've got a few options and one place is a lot quicker to get to and you don't have to piss around with visa and they're not going to charge you for this and that, you tend to go with the easier option. So it's like I have thought about taking a Siem Reap, but it's so much more difficult to get to than Hanoi. And you've got to get a visa when you get there. I know it's only $30, but it's the principle of the thing. And the flights take so much longer and they cost twice as much. You think, well, sod it. Neither of us have been to Hanoi. Why go to Siem Reap when we could go to Hanoi in half the time for half the price? You know what I mean? Had I been to Hanoi a few times and had we been to Da Nang and all that, we'd probably say, well, let's go to a Siem Reap, somewhere different. But because of the reasons I just stated, it just makes Siem Reap very unappealing. But when I lived in Thailand, I used to love going down there. Mike Thompson, I stayed in Balikpapan a long time ago. Did you really? I'm guessing Balikpapan is in Indonesia because I have not heard of it. I don't think it's in Cambodia. Don't think it's in the Philippines. Have you ever heard of Balikpapan? No, the little person is shaking her head. Planet Jonesy, we're below you, mate. So I'm guessing now that Balikpapan is close to where it used to be. Andrew G. Bali used to be good, but would never go back. I grew up in Indonesia, in Surabaya, in the 70s and 80s. Did you really? How has it changed? Why is it not as good? What's different, Andrew? Pray tell more, please. Mike Thompson, it's in Indonesia. There you go. That is why I haven't heard of it. Yes, why is it not better, Andrew? What's happened? Jack Star's gone quiet. Jim's gone quiet. I never know if people have left or not. Sean's still here. Mike's still here. Andrew's still here. Anders. What are you? Right, hold on. I think I've got a comment up now. Andrew G, too westernized. There we go. Anders Hart. There you go. Bra. Tell you, my Swedish got awful. Absolutely awful. Jag pratar svenska inte bra nu. Inte bra. Been a long time. Wendy's still here. Hi. Mike Thompson, the old industry done me well there. But it was run by the Yanks. Oh, you worked in the oil industry, did you? There you go. It's end of time. That'd be very funny. You'd have a whole class of Londoners after you finish teaching. I suppose that's good. Yeah, I could teach. Well, I'd probably do something like that. I'd start off with idioms and things. Teach them a bit of Cockney rhyming slang. That would break the ice. Joe, $5. Have you ever thought about buying a car? I've had a few cars in my time, mate. I'm guessing you're talking about having a car in Dumagetti. Yes, but there's not much point. But if we were to move further out, then I would. If we were to move up the mountains, for example, I would get a four-wheel drive. But the reality is, at this moment in time, mate, thought about it, but then I think I worked it out once. Well, I do occasionally think about it. Probably in the time I've been here, there have been about 3 or 4 times maximum I've needed a car. In the sense, we could have done the one when we moved. It rained so heavily on one of the quizzes. I could have made it, but I had the friend to pick me up. But the reality is, don't really need one here. And but yeah, I will get one eventually. I mean, yeah, when we move, I will get one. We move further out of town because I don't want to be driving up. If we did move up the mountains, I don't want to be driving up there at night in a scooter, get run over and things, get knocked off by drunks and that. So yeah, gonna get one. But at this moment in time, doesn't seem a lot of point. However, if a bargain was to come up, and I've got a friend who got a very good deal on a car, and he doesn't want it, or he doesn't think he wants it, and I said to him, like, I said, well, I'll have it off you. If that, because he's not paid for it yet, but the landlord has. It's a complicated story, but they've left him with the car to use, and said he can buy it for X amount, for which he has said he doesn't really want it. He's going to get a bigger car, but he feels kind of obliged to buy it now because he thinks the guy who's giving it to him is expecting him to buy it when they come back. So he said, if I bought it, would you buy it off me? And I said, yeah, for that price, because it's a good deal. So it's one of those things, I mean, there's no need for one now, but if an offer came up from someone I knew, I'd probably get one. Fanny Jonesy, do you run your aircon all the time you're indoors? No, because one of our aircons is not working. That one, I've had to unplug it. No, not at all. I don't really feel the heat. We tend to have the aircon on in the bedroom at night, but that's about it. I'm happy with fans, doors open. I'm not really aircon people, but it looks like that was on behind us, but it's not. I just isolated it because I was trying to clean it out that way and it wouldn't switch off. But no, we don't. And it's Charlesfeld. You said that the Swedes were incredibly civilized. I have thought about that a lot, and I do not really agree. You don't agree? You don't agree, really? Well, I think they are. I mean, you might get the odd exception, but the vast majority, maybe it was just my girlfriend, my wife's family and that, but most of the people in her circle of friends, but they were quite middle class. They were all very civilized. Um, yeah, I think so. I suppose it depends where you are. Maybe I was just spoiled. I mean, there are parts of the country, you know, if you went in England, we think everyone was very civilized. At other parts, when you think the villages are damned. So, I mean, I suppose, you know, didn't, I mean, we were in Yarfella in Stockholm, so didn't really travel around that much. Went to Scoot Italia a couple of times. Can't really think of the other places. That wasn't as nice as Yarfella. Can't really remember the names of the place. So anyway, we didn't do a lot of travelling around. Never been to Gothenburg. Um, so I don't know, mate. Maybe I haven't really seen Sweden. Joe Bucks, that sounds like it could be a good deal if you're in the market. Mike Thompson, it took me a while, but I got acclimatized. Uh, Yerna Vergs, why are you in Asia, not Europe? Um, because having lived in several countries in Europe, I got bored with living in Europe. I just want to try something new. I mean, I've lived in Sweden, I've lived in Ireland, I've lived in England, I've lived in Holland. Um, just got bored with living in Europe, wanted a new adventure, tried Asia, and I'm enjoying it here. Does that answer your question? Yeah, if I'm pronouncing that right. 20 likes. Ellen, we got 20 likes. Mother, I've made it. That is unusual. Don't often get 20 likes. That's good. I'm guessing Jack has gone and a few of the others have gone because they've not said anything for a while. 21 likes. Wow. If we get 30 likes, I would take my shirt off and run around the room. Now, no one's going to be interested in that, but Ellen just told me she would take my shirt off and run around the room if we get to 30 likes. Isn't that right, Ellen? Yeah. I'm hoping some people didn't catch my wording there and I think I've said something else. No, hasn't worked so far. Right, well, 29 only so. You've got me in some time now. What are we talking about? 29 only so. Anders says you're in decline. Well, it's cyclical. Certain aspects are down, but we could get it together. Mike Thompson, Royal Netherlands was one of my favourite places that I have stayed. Where did you work stay? Tilburg. Tilburg. Don't know if you know it. If you lived in Holland, you probably do. I mean, it wasn't a very big place, but I think it's seventh biggest city in the Philippines, in Holland. Yeah, Tilburg. Not far from Breda, not far from Eindhoven. It's end of time. Not 30 likes, my friend. We don't need to see that. Well, there you go. I wouldn't have done it anyway, mate. Where we go now? I absolutely just Joe, $5. I absolutely despise the cold these days. I rather enjoyed the heat there. Of course, it's hotter now, so yeah, I can tolerate the cold, but I don't miss it. You know what I mean? It's yeah, it's I prefer the heat. And as England back in EU, or Britain back in the EU, that would be my dream. One day, we should never have bloody left. Absolute folly. But you know, been a disaster for the country. But there you go. Some people do stupid things, and other people have to pay the price for it. Mike Thompson, I stayed in Zurich Z. Well, there you go. That really was rural Holland because I've never heard of it. And I did a lot of driving around Holland. Um, Never heard of it. Mike Thompson, close to Goose. Andrew G, my stepdad is from Eindhoven. Eindhoven's a nice little town. I quite like to tell about, but Brader's very picturesque. Planet Jonesy, cold is a novelty for us, mate. I do enjoy it occasionally. Uh, yeah, Ellen seems to think she wants to cold, but she wouldn't. She would not cope well. She would not cope with it at all. Plus, she makes on a scooter when we're driving back some nights when it's like, in the 30s because of the wind chill. You're like, good God, woman. Yeah, but I've got no plan to take her to a cold country. Can't see the point. And she's looking at me now.
Even for 5 days.
What do you want to go to a cold country? You don't know what you want. God, every day she's at least a country.
I want experience. I don't want to live.
You want to experience it? I will take you to
I don't want to live.
a walk-in freezer at Jollibee. You can go in there for half an hour and you'll know what it's like. Yeah, the view is different. Well, it depends where you are. Mike Thompson, Little Island in the very southwest. Well, there you go. Alan Brockett, ha ha ha. What a conversation to end it in on. Good evening from Darvo. Good evening, mate. Good evening. Why is it a conversation to enter into? Are you from Holland? Joe, $5. What's the favourite place you've been? Whatever in the history of the world, it's on time. The tallest person I ever met was from Holland. Got a pain in my neck talking to him. Oh, they are tall. I mean, I think your Belgians are your tallest statistically, but the Dutch, the Holland and Belgium, very much the same thing, isn't it? You wouldn't know you'd crossed the border, but yeah, statistically, your Belgians are your tallest people in the world. So I'm not surprised on that. Mike Thompson, if you look at London on a map and go straight east, Andrew D, take her to Japan where it's cold. She won't want to go back. But I'm going to want to go back. Why would I take her somewhere she won't want to go back? Oh, what you mean she's not going to want to go back when she gets over to, I see what you mean. Yeah, never been to Japan. Alan Brockett, no, I'm not from Holland, but you're expressing a passionate opinion about someone or some place. Me, passionate, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. That is not a adjective that you describe me much these days. My glasses need it. Can you get me a tissue to wipe my glasses, please? I know I use my t-shirt. No, because I'm either I need that or I'm getting a migraine. My eyes are starting to go a bit funny. I might be getting the aura. Too much screen time. Well, there you go. I'm an adult. I consent an adult. I can have as much screen time as I want. You can't control me, woman. You cannot control me, lady. Well, you can control me. So where are you from, Alan? Oh, we're at the 1.5 hours mark. So I am going to be stopping shortly because I might get. Whoa! See, Ellen has just taken her phone and for some reason just thrown it on the floor, done the whole Jesus Christ palaver. I tell you, it's like living with Mrs. B. She is without a doubt the clumsiest person I've ever met. And it lets you worries about me. And she does worry a lot of the time. I lost track of those things. I died in my sleep or something. She pinch me. So love, you okay? Your eyes are open. But just like that, I sit there and I watch her, and she literally had a phone like this, and she just thrown it on the floor for some reason.
I didn't throw it.
Well, I don't know how you managed to do that, but she's a very clumsy woman, extraordinarily clumsy. But there you go. I don't know what's happened in my chat now. It's on time. You should go to Osaka. Love it there. Totally alien place. Alan Brockett, most recently from Tigard, Oregon, back in the US. Okay. Andrew G, is Ellen going to say hello? Say hello, Ellen.
Hello.
Say louder.
Hello.
See, now you said that, she's gone under the table. Now, that is like red flag to a bull for me, that is. I'll turn the camera around and you can see her down there. Don't know what she's hiding under the table for. She's a strange woman, but you've got a splash of her there hiding under the table. You're looking lovely. Say hello. You've got to say hello now. Andrew just made a very kind donation on the super chat. It just flashed up yellow. Ellen, say hello to Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
There you go.
No, that's it.
You've learned that. You've earned that, Andrew. You deserve that look of her. I don't know what she was doing down there or why she was hiding under the table. But hiding under the table does not work in this household.
Huh?
What?
What did you say?
Hiding under the table does not work in this household. You will not get away from the camera. But anyway, I'm going to jump back up, but it just flashed up yellow. Thank you so much, Andrew. That's very kind of you. Totally unnecessary, but very much appreciated. A very generous 10 Australian dollars. Thank you. Anders Streifeld, I'm going to Manchester soon and from there to Liverpool. Very excited. Why? Why are you going there? Don't go up north. It's good up north, mate. Stay down south. Manchester looks like I've started watching. There's a channel called Knockout Audit. I'm sure it can't all be like that. But my God, some of the nights out in Bolton and Manchester, and it's like hell on earth. But I suppose that's just like the crap he shows you. But Manchester's supposed to have some nice parts. Manchester is rapidly becoming the second city. Liverpool, I'd give that a swerve. But there you go. I hope it lives up to your expectations, Anders. I have not been up to Liverpool for many moons. I used to go there quite a bit for the football, and we did not always get a great welcome. But then again, we didn't behave in a way that warranted a great welcome. I mean, I've had some good days out there with the football, but yeah, not very welcoming. Alan Brockett, my wife talks about wanting to visit in the winter sometime, but I have concern about the money I would spend for warm clothes for her. Yeah, you know, it's a very easy saying, you know, that people in hot countries like they want to try experience it, but I really don't think they know what they're getting themselves in for. But there you go. Joe, $5. I bet she's not as clumsy as my buddy Nubs. Did you get her in? I don't know where she was hiding. I thought, didn't get her in. They didn't catch her. Didn't catch her hiding. I thought she was hiding. But you've got her now. You have to say hello, Em. You have to say hello.
Hello, everybody.
I don't want to say hello. I don't know why. I don't know why she's hiding her face behind.
You say what?
But there you go. Ellen is saying hello. I thought I'd got her on the last one when she was hiding under the table. Don't know where she went and I didn't catch her on that one. I'm not sure. Look at the little doggies with her. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know what you can see. Why have you forsaken me, dog? Anyway, there we go. I bet she is, mate. I mean, I've not met your friend Nubs, but she's a clumsy woman. She really is. Better looking than Mr. Bean, but probably a bit clumsier. And her English is a bit better. But are you a Liverpool fan then, or a Manchester fan, Anders? I have to wait for an answer. I think my chat. Are you taking any interest in this live stream, my lovely? No, no, she says. Well, can you? Because I don't know if my thing stopped. I'm not getting any more chat coming up on my screen. So I'm just talking the same thing over and over again. And is dinner ready, sweetie? Alan Brockett, yeah, she's awfully brave about the cold for someone who shivers at 21 centigrade, has never seen snow. She makes me shake my head and laugh. I'm sure it will make for some good pictures and memories. Yeah, Ellen's the same, mate. I tell you, it's they like the idea of it, but I have been cold. I mean, Jesus.
I'm sure everybody is.
Yeah, but I know the fuss you make when it gets hot. Well, you could say that about anything. I mean, get someone to punch you in the face if you experience a punch in the face. I mean, like, you know, why would you want to experience it? I mean, it's that's why, and as I remember you said before, Liverpool and Charlton, a strange combination. Nothing against Charlton, nothing against Liverpool these days. There was many moons ago they were my least favourite team, but those moons have gone now. Long. Well, I never. Millwall's always been my biggest dislike. But no, I don't bear a grudge against Liverpool nowadays. Yeah, yeah, I've moved on. Moved on. Tottenham's one of my biggest dislikes nowadays. And I hope we relegate them on Sunday. But I'm not going to give it any more thought. I'm not going to give it any more thought. Sure, we're going to go down, and we deserve it. Right, I'm going to knock it on the head now, chaps, because I've had a bit too much coffee, I think. That seems a strange thing, but my eyesight goes a bit funny when I drink too much coffee. I'm struggling to read the chat. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does. I found, like, you know, if I drink some water afterwards, it goes back normal. So I'm struggling to read here. Very hot because the air can's off. I'm getting hot and sweaty, and I haven't eaten my dinner yet. And Ellen, being the wonderful, caring woman that she is, she was quite happy to sit down in front of me and eat dinner in front of me earlier on. I beg your pardon? Where else should you eat? Well, there's a few rooms in the house, sweetie. Yeah. Talk's cheap, whiskey costs money. Yes, I'm gonna finish shortly because people have stopped talking to me, and we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Alan Brockett, take it easy, man. Have a great night. You too, brother. You take it easy. Joe, $5. Cheers, guys. Take care, Sean. Anders, hey, Selenia. Wendy, if you're still there, bye-bye. I'm guessing you're not from a French-speaking part of Canada, so I won't. Andrew, thank you so much, brother, for the super chat. It was very kind of you. Never expected, but thank you very much. It's always appreciated. I will. I did get them ice creams, by the way. I felt I let you down on that last one when you said don't buy an Australian or a Kiwi Anzac. I did let you down on that one, but I did get them ice cream, so I didn't let you down on that part of it. Hope you have a good night. Catch you next time, Andrew G. Son. I'm getting confused here with the talk. And Jack, if you're still there, thank you for the super chat early on. I know you're not still there, but always appreciated, brother. Mike Thompson, hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good night too. I hope everyone has a good night. I hope everyone has a good week. Catch you on the next live, guys. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it would be fantastic if you did. But whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and be lucky. You made it possible. Thanks for everything. Oh no, I screwed it up. I pressed the wrong thing. Bye-bye.